And the thing is, we all have a purpose and a place in life. But how many of us feel, no matter where I am, it's like I'm always not quite fitting in, and I'm not sure if it's me. Generally, it feels like it's the others around me, and you feel lost in terms of how am I going to make my position work? How am I going to be comfortable and confident in what I am bringing across in my value? And when we set up a constellation, for me, or a mapping, it's so clear. We can actually step into it and see, wow, it's not me. It is other people's perspective of me. I wasn't aware of that. And to actually get that in a space, first of all, that is safe, because when we set up a field with representative, it's safe. It's given with integrity, and I can accept it. Wow, I didn't see what other people are thinking of me. They are valuing me, but it's my perception. Or it is something I am distancing myself unconsciously, and I shouldn't be doing that. I should be looking, I should be moving closer. Or sometimes I should be just moving back and let somebody else give the information that is valuable to me. So that is what you talk about, the movement in the field, but it's also the information that's given. It's often given verbally, but it's also given just with movement of the body. And then my body in the field reacts to a closer movement or a further movement. And then I have to deal with that. Wow, people are looking at me strange, and actually they're not. So I have to rewire something in my brain. So yeah, I love it that we can see that our perceptions of others, when given back to us in the field, can be re-evaluated.
Yes, and I think that to add to your train of thought, during our comment on another self, another perspective on another self, we also came across a few of these ideas. But what's very interesting now, perhaps, is to also look at what's the bridge between family constellations and organizational work. And I often, in the space that I'm operating in, get questions like, yeah, but I don't relate well to authority, for example. Or I feel, sometimes I really feel invisible in this team. It's like people don't see me. I don't see other people. I just feel like I could sit in a corner and nobody will even notice. So all of these kind of things, especially the authority one, another common theme, maybe you have some other themes that you can think of, but one of the common themes is it's hard to maintain relationships. And the question then is, can family constellations help with that? So as we touched on earlier on in previous conversations, I think that without family constellations, it's very difficult if we try and solve problems in an organizational space, separate from family constellation, because often the team member enters the space of organizational culture with his own baggage or his own blind spots or his own thoughts, belief systems about how he should behave, which comes from his own family history. Now, that's the time when we can add a lot of value with family constellations in the space of coaching.
Absolutely. So my background work is I did trauma work before I came into the constellations. And what I'm realizing with exactly what you're saying, I don't take well to authority. Often something happened early in life, and we had to build what I call mechanisms to overcome difficult family situations, mechanisms to learn to navigate the world as it works for me. So each of us has learned to navigate the world as it works for them. So when we then come into the workspace, I'm coming in with the way the world I have navigated my world. Everybody else comes in with the way they navigate their world. And so we want to create a team spirit. We need to create something that works for the company. And the company has a completely different way of needing to navigate to make profit, to, survive, to allow us to work in the company. And the navigation skills from one person to another and to the company just do not gel. And they don't gel when I don't understand my navigation tool, when I don't understand why am I resistant to authority? Why am I an independent thinker? And when I'm an independent thinker and I'm in a team and everybody ignores my thinking and I now start feeling invisible, what am I going to do? How am I going to make myself heard? And so it's a lot of stuff that plays out in just a team, let alone in a company. And this is the beauty when we then take this individual and this individual understands, oh, that is how I survived. I don't need this navigation tool anymore because right now in this team, it doesn't work. And that we set it up in the map, we can see it. And this person can then get a new navigation tool, which may work better going forward. So that's really what I see a lot when I do teamwork or when I enter the systemic field.